Our bread and butter here, what people love the most, is the kebabs that are cooked over a natural wood flame. People from outside talk about how they smell our natural flame outside and the food being cooked. So imagine when you get inside the restaurant. At that point, I think you just cultivated to say, I want one of these on the menu. We have lamb kebabs, chicken kebabs, grilled seafood. We're very big on seafood here. Our food is of Middle Eastern descent. It's Palestinian food with a kick. That's what it is. I mean, it's not just mother's old rice dish. It's got to be our rice dish with a kick. We want you to feel at home when you come in here. You come in here, we order what you want. We want you to leave wishing that you still were hungry, that you could eat more.
So Mohammed, you just love the authentic flavors at Al Bawadi Grill. Tell us why you chose it.
Yes, they've been there for 2 years, I believe, and they have won me since. Their food is great. It's hard to find authentic Middle Eastern food. You think even an area as populated with Middle Eastern as it is, the food there is just great, authentic, great portions, great value, whether you're taking your friends, your wife, just a great place to go eat.
So you're of Palestinian descent, and the food sort of specializes in Palestinian/Lebanese food as well. What do they do that just makes it really authentic for you?
Well, the way they stick out is their food is done on the grill, so it always has like a mesquite taste to it, nice spices, not overkill, just enough where you could feel it, but it's not overkill.
That's gotta be really frustrating for you to go to some of these restaurants, and it's like, oh, close, but
Yes,
not close
and that's
enough.
the problem we run into a lot, but with the Bawadi, you're not gonna have that problem.
All right. Well, Taryn, you've actually spent some time in the Middle East, traveling around. Did you feel like you were back on your Middle Eastern adventures?
The restaurant itself did, the location not as much. I will say when we pulled up, we opened the car doors. Before we even stepped out of our car, you just got a waft of that grill. And it was, I salivated. I was like, bring on the food. I was starving. It smelled so good. And the food was good. Mohammed, I'll also say that the service was extra attentive, and our server, when she came over, we sort of asked her for guidance with the menu, and at first she didn't really understand what we were asking of her. And I just said, I just want to know what you would eat. And she said, oh, let me tell you what my husband and I ordered right before you guys got here. And so she did help us in that sense, and we appreciated that kind of human touch. Mm-hmm. It was definitely within the restaurant, a super authentic, the decorations, the stuff on the walls, all very obviously authentic.
Speaking of the decor, Mohammed, you're telling me that the way the restaurant is set up with the trees, etc., it's really sort of restaurants in Palestine look like that.
Yes, it takes you back kind of to like a 1930s setup, the old school open layout with the fir rugs, the palm trees, the water running.
I remember the last time I had.
It was very nice.
The waterfall.
The
waterfalls. You see, the decor is very old school. You're gonna feel like you're in the 30s.
We ate in a room that had these sort of corner tables that had Bedouin tents.
Yes,
we wanted to eat in the tent. They didn't let us.
We ate in a tent.
We asked to eat in the tent. We ate next to a tent.
Oh, we got a tent.
It was just my husband and
Oh,
myself.
you're not worthy
They
of a
didn't want to
tent.
give us a
Yes,
whole
no,
tent.
right.
But,
Well, the thing is with that, it's unique because Bawadi is actually, it takes back to maybe 1,000 years ago where the Bedouins would stop to get food and water. So it's kind of like an oasis, and that setup is there. It's where you just want to sit, relax, and eat and enjoy yourself.
Peter, you had a dish that I'd never seen before. It was the potato
And garlic
garlic.
dip. Motam.
Matawame, which
Thank
is
you. I was
pureed
about to
garlic.
really butcher that. Thank you. It was so good. I mean, all of the dips that we had, that and the baba ganoush and the hummus, they were great. And we had a party of 5, and they do these platters for parties of 5. So we did the meat platter, and those kebabs were terrific. We also did the seafood platter. I thought that was less successful, but I would stick to the meats. They definitely know how to cook those kebabs on the grill.
The seafood's more, you gotta like a hit or miss. It's more of a seasonal deal. The meats all year round are fresh, just cooked well, nice and juicy.
So what are some of your favorite items to get at the restaurant?
There's a lot of them, but the one to me that sticks out the most is the lamb chops, which is a massive plate of 4 lamb chops, cooked just right, with enough spices and blends where it's cooked very good.
We had baba ganoush and hummus, and we had the falafel. I'll say the appetizer section of our meal was phenomenal. And then we had the kind of the sampler, the kebab sampler. We also ordered the tikka chicken, which I wasn't a huge fan of the tikka, but the kebabs were good. They were good.
Nice and juicy.
Yes, they were juicy. They were.
Can't have a dry kebab.
No.
Bad kebab.
Well, I mean, what makes the Bawadi unique, if you're a vegetarian, I think you're going to love this place because there are lots of dips, vegetable dips, that are pureed, freshly done every day, which will, I mean, you will definitely enjoy yourself.
And all these juices, too. They have all these really unique juices and teas that are great.
We actually also had the coffee, which I know it sounds so silly, but it was just a different flavor than we had ever tasted. My husband actually asked the server, "What do you guys put in this coffee to make it special?" She's like, "Coffee?"
Yeah, it tends to be a little stronger. If you're
Yeah.
a big coffee lover, you will appreciate it.
It was good.
It's
yeah.
it is actually very strong, but it is very delicious.
Yeah.
Mohammed, there's apparently a huge Middle Eastern community in Bridgeview. Tell us a little bit about that.
It's heavily populated with both Christian and Muslim Arabs descending from Palestine, Jordan, Lebanon, Syria. I kind of found Harlem as their resting spot. If you search in the area, there's many, cuisines, jewelry stores, grocery stores, heavy populated area.
Mohammed, you picked Al Bawadi. Sum it up for us.
If you want authentic Middle Eastern food, if you're a vegetarian, or overall you just want to have a good time, I would strongly recommend the Bawadi.
All right, PJ?
I would say if you're near that area, definitely check it out and try the meat.
All right, and Taryn?
Yeah, big, delicious portions of Middle Eastern food, maybe for if you're closer to the restaurant than we are.
All right, well, you can feast for yourself at Al Bawadi Grills, 7216 West 87th Street in Bridgeview, 708-599-1999. They're open for lunch and dinner daily. Reservations are accepted, and the average tab per person is $18.